Yo, 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 what is up? I hope that you're good. So, another episode that we're going to get stuck into, and this is a little bit different, okay? This is all around screen time and how you can reduce your screen time. And I think it is so important for you to have some boundaries and some systems to help you manage your screen time. Screens, like, will suck away your energy, they'll suck away your attention, and like screen fatigue is a real thing, and your ability to focus, your ability to come up with ideas, your ability to be present is down to just how you manage your screen time. Okay, now I am not perfect by no means whatsoever, but this will help you so much. These are some things that I've put in place and some lessons like that I've learned. Okay, so really I want to start off with every single time that I'm flying I will buy a book. And I didn't know like how this habit or when exactly or what flight it came from, but I just done it. And when I'm in the airport, I'll buy a book. And by the time I'm returning back, I've usually smashed halfway through that book. And I remember there was one trip that I went to, and I was going to the physique camp over in Nottingham. This physique camp was incredible. So it was like in my early stages of coaching, well, I still am going all around the world. I'm actually planning a trip to Florida for February to learn more about like from world-class experts. But I was in a really intensive phase where I was going away every single weekend. I was constantly at courses and learning. And this physique camp, it was great. I used to go every few months. But when I was in, I picked up on this specific one, I picked up a book called How to Break Up With Your Phone. And I remember I was in W.H. Smith and I was like, break up with your phone? That's a bit extreme. But actually now I'm like, you know what? That's pretty true. Like, it is a relationship with your phone, something you're on every day. Like, if I got you to say about your screen time and whether you're on an online business or not, it's probably like 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, like, you got to get on top of it. You got to know if time with your partner was crap and all over the place and toxic and spend too much time, you draw a line. So you got to do it with your phone. But anyways, what it done in that book was it had a 30-day plan and it gave you tasks to do every single day. And this dramatically changed how I used my phone. It got me really clear. It got me intentional. It got me unfollowing people. It got me aware of when I pick up my phone. You've heard me talk on this podcast about habit forming and about recognizing their habits and being aware of them and changing them. It got me specifically to know around my phone and when I was just trying to numb out. So this was such a good book for me, and I think everyone should do it. I think everyone. So I've pretty much summed down, like, from that book and then also my own experience, 10 ways that you can get on top of your screen time. So we actually ran a challenge. We run challenges in our community all the time. And this challenge was called 25 hours in a day. And what we had done was we got all the guys that wanted to take part in this challenge. And we said, right, you're going to get an hour back away from your screens in your day. So that's why it's called 25 hours in a day, because you've got an extra hour back. And every single person got over 2.5 hours. Like, the average was over 2.5 hours that people got back, which is mad. 2.5 hours, okay, back into your day. Like, that is so powerful. Again, think to yourself, what would you do with those extra 2.5 hours? Okay, you could train more, you could earn more, you could spend more time with loved ones. That's powerful. And like, another thing you got to think about, and this is actually something, I'm doing some mental performance coaching at the minute. And one of the exercises that in the mental performance coaching I'm doing right now is your rocking chair. If you're 97 years old and you're sitting there and you're content and you're really happy and you're fulfilled and you're satisfied, like, what would need to happen for that to occur? And like, what lessons would that 97-year-old give for me right now where I'm at? And I'm sure you would give yourself, don't spend so much time scrolling on screens. Okay, don't waste time on toxic news, on all those things. So you only have a certain amount of time too, and time does go very fast, especially as you get older, and especially all you guys are busy getting after it in life. Like, you know what I mean? So you do have to be quite mindful. Think of who else could have that time. Like that could be extra time that you could spend with a partner, with a family member, with a sick member, with your children. So I'm just going to leave that with you. But the 10 points I want to get at. So firstly, turn off notifications. When I was a part of a mentorship, we were in this room, and it was an 8-hour sort of like mentorship, start of a program. And one of the first things that the mentor done was he got me to turn off my notifications. He got everyone say, like, guys, let's turn your notifications off, because he had done it for years. And I am so glad that that happened. I am so glad that I done that. I haven't had notifications off for 6-7 years, and even like the only way he can get in contact with me is ringing me, and I really hate when someone rings me. Some of the times I put it on silent and things too. So the way I look at it is like, I want you to get attention on my terms. I don't want my attention to be pulled on your terms. Okay, I don't want for me to feel like, oh, I'm being pestered into this. I want to go into my apps, my phone, my communication when I want to. Otherwise, you'll get pulled all the time. Okay, so honestly, if you're listening right now, go and turn your notifications off. Like, just do it. I know there'll be a hesitation. I know that you won't want to do it, but that is the edge that you need to lean into. It has been a game changer, and when I see other people's notifications pop up, I'm just like, how do you live with that? How do you do that? Like, how many notifications do you get a day? Like, even think about it. Like, some of these apps and stuff, they now tell you how many times that you pick up your phone. Like, that's mental. You probably pick up your phone like 100 times in a day. Like, you're awake for 16 hours. You picked it up 4 times an hour every 15 minutes. You can't go out 15 minutes without your phone. I know I've got off on a tangent there, but turn it off. It'll be so beneficial for you. Okay? And second tip, get really clear on what are you going on your phone to do. Okay? Like, you probably find yourself on your phone, like on a TikTok hole, and literally like you went onto your phone to find out something about someone, or you wanted to go and look at something, or you want to go and check Sky Sports, and then you're completely like off it. You're watching like a funny cat video or something. Like, you got to know, like, you gotta know what you're going on to your phone for. Otherwise, you'll get your attention sucked into elsewhere. And that's what these apps are designed to do. They're designed to get your attention. They're designed to keep you there. That's how they get paid, is through you using it. Like in that Social Dilemma documentary, it says about you are the product. Okay, it's a great watch on Netflix. If you ever want to know more about like how these apps are all designed and stuff, it's so insightful. The Social Dilemma. Third point, we actually as well, before I go into that, we actually, again, I get other experts in to help the guys, and we had a psychologist in, massive shout out to Annika, who helped us understand social media and phone usage and screen time, and basically the psychology around it and how to manage it and how to sort of just get on top of it and get in control. And it was really powerful from a psychologist perspective around it, and how addictive these things can be and stuff too. So third thing is scheduling detox days. When you schedule in a detox days, this shows your addiction. So it does. And I know that like addiction's a big word. Like when I think of addiction, I think of you're completely hooked on it. But like, I remember hearing this, like if you can't fast from it, you're addicted to it. And that is powerful. Like, so it is. So it really does show when you take a detox day, all the little moments where you go to grab your phone and it feels like, oh, there's something away from you. So it does, like, it's really powerful. And I'm sure you probably can't remember like the last time that you had your phone off for the full day. Like, do you know, that's big. So it is. So scheduling detox days, even if it is, right, I'm going to do one a month, or I'm going to do it when I'm on holiday, just scheduling in those detox days can be so powerful. And even if when you do that, you'll notice, because you want to go grab your phone, that like what's happening on a day-to-day life off the detox day. So it's so powerful, not only for that given day, but in the future too. The next thing is identify the habit. Okay, like I talked about habit formation. Like any habit, how it usually happens is there's a cue, there's a habit, and then there's a response. So be really aware of the cue. So it might be that when you come in from work, you lie down on the sofa, you grab your phone, and you're just there stuck for 40 minutes on your phone, and you've wasted that time. Different thing could be is, right, when you walk in, you go and get a shower, or you go and put the dishes away, whatever, but just identify the habit, identify the cue, and then you'll be able to change the habit, and you'll be able to get a different response, okay? This will be really key for you to show when you're wasting time and energy on phones. Last thing, this isn't last thing, it's actually only point 5, sorry. I'm just leading for a list. But think of screen fatigue as a consequence. We're all human beings, and we aren't designed to be sitting on screen 5 to 12 hours a day. And if you think about it, like a lot of individuals, they're on screens nearly every single hour of the day. It's very hard to actually not be on a screen. So this stimulation, like this is like dopamine overload, and it also as well just causes you fatigue. It can be very harmful for you over time. So even if you can, like, get periods where you're just walking without your phone, where even if it's, say, visual, you don't have, you're not looking at any screen visually, you even listen to a podcast, or like if you take multiple calls, that you take an audio call from time to time. This can be really powerful for you, okay? Number 6, have no phone zones. So no phone zones can either be certain times in the day, or they can be in certain periods of the day. So like, say for example, like during my lunch hour at 12 to 1, I don't go on my phone, or during my deep work at 7 a.m, I don't go on my phone, and it's on airplane mode until 9 a.m, and I finish my first deep work block. It could be that. The other thing could be is like having certain places. So say for example, your bedroom could be a no phone zone, or in your office, etc. So set no phone zones in place. Number 7, delete the unnecessary, okay? If you were hoarding useless stuff in your house, like it would all clog up, and you would want to get rid of it. Nowadays, if you're going to spend 4, 5, 6, 7 hours on your screens, like, you've got to be very mindful of your digital environment. This has an effect on you. This has an effect on your mental headspace. Like, it's so important to not tolerate negative stuff, to not tolerate stuff that just doesn't serve you. So delete the unnecessary. This can be a very freeing exercise when you actually just go through and you unfriend people and mute people. It can be really powerful, okay? Number 8, set app limits. If you are iPhone, if you're Android, you need to get off this earth. I'm only joking. If you're iPhone, you can set limits. I'm sure you can do it on Android too, but on iPhone you can set limits. So say for example, if you only want to be on Instagram for 15 minutes, it sets like a reminder to come off the app, just make you aware of it, and this can save you so many minutes throughout the days. Again, like, the key is, like, it's not completely stopping your phone usage and things. It's about just being more mindful and changing your habits with it. Point 9 is, when you walk in the front door, when you come home from work, or even if you work from home, when you come out of the office, is to put your phone away. Like, put it in a cupboard, put it in a drawer, like, put your phone away, and this will help you so much because you aren't inclined to do it. There's a resistance. You have to get up and off the sofa. You have to go and grab it. This could be really, really powerful, and even put it off. That can be another step, but you want to make it harder to do habits that you don't want to do, and make it easier to do habits that you do want to do. That's from James Clear, another great book. I'm dropping so many things in here, like so many books and stuff that are powerful. Like, I don't have show notes, but hopefully you're taking notes of this and you can go and implement it, or even if you've listened and you want to send me a message on Instagram, I'll send you whatever resource it is. But yeah, I do need to possibly look into show notes. But lastly, stop multitasking when you're on your phone. When you jump between app to app, it takes up a lot of cognitive load, and it also as well will just distract you, okay? So there are 10 steps that will help you reduce your screen time. You've listened, you've consumed. Now it is time to go and implement those, okay? And honestly, like, you see, when you get on top of your phone, like, in your screen time, it'll be so powerful for you. You'll get so much time back, you'll get so much energy back, which will be amazing for you. So, like I said, if there's one thing that you take away and you go and do, turn notifications off. Okay, and if you did it, I know you've done it. Like, that's the challenge I set for you. If you've done it, let me know. Okay, Guys, as always, it's been great to have you listening here. It's great to be able to provide to you and to give you these insights and give you these resources, etc. If you can, please share this podcast with someone else that is constantly on their phone. And as well, share this in your stories, share this with other people. It helps us get our message out there. Again, we put a lot of money, a lot of time into these podcast episodes and things, and it would be great for us to get that out there to more people and get the more traction that we get, the more that it comes up on the algorithms. It allows for us to be able to do this further and beyond and get more out to you. So yeah, if you can share it, that would be amazing. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe below.